When you're not gonna say nothing?
Not your turn.
Oh, my turn. My bad. I didn't realize I had the speaking stick. Here, I'll give it to you.
Episode 61 of Between a Rock and a Bald Spot. What's up, Rock?
Got him. Do you think my shit froze? Nothing's up. You know, just sitting here making a podcast with my best buddy.
True. Hey, instead of playing Skyrim or reading your book, you should catch up on the Devil May Cry series.
Pass.
Because season 2 just came out like a couple weeks ago, I think. I started it finally. It's pretty good so far, but I'm still like pretty early in.
I've heard it's quite good. The first season anyway.
Yeah,
you watched it, didn't you?
I did watch season 1. Season 1 was really good. It's getting really good reviews. So Adi Shankar, the director and writer of the series, he kind of like laid out what's going on with the show. Okay. So basically they announced Netflix renewed the animated series for a third and final season.
Hell yeah.
And so Adi Shankar ended up tweeting some stuff. So there's really only mainly one part of it, but I'm just going to read the whole tweet. So he says, the success of Devil May Cry Season 1 and Season 2 has clarified something that most people suspected, some people feared, and a few trolls are still emotionally negotiating with. Adi Shankar is a generational talent. I am a generational talent in the measurable sense. In the Adi Shankar can take a globally loved video game franchise, metabolize 20 plus years of iconography, preserve its soul, rearrange its body, expand its audience, trigger its purists, convert its skeptics, and still make the algorithm bend the knee sense. My Devil May Cry anime wiped the floor with AAA IP adaptations with millions of dollars in marketing. I am a ratings god, 2 seasons in a row. I set out to make American animation cool. I set out to expand the footprint of Devil May Cry by orders of magnitude so that there can be more of it. I set out to prove that video game adaptations do not have to be flavorless corporate sludge assembled in a content factory by emotionally vacant brand managers who secretly loathe the source material. Mission accomplished. 3 green checkmark emojis. For those of you who have been paying attention to the episode names, I have been showing you the structure the entire time. Season 3 was an inevitability. This was always Dante's Divine Comedy with guns and a red coat. Season 1 was Inferno. Season 2 was Purgatorio, and Season 3 is Paradiso. These 3 seasons make up the Force Edge saga. Since inception, the Force Edge saga was designed as a movie trilogy disguised as a television series. One last thing, 3 is not going to be a normal 3rd season of a TV show. With Season 3, I am doing something very different. I am crafting a blueprint for how this game is won. See you all in paradise. What a fucking ego.
That is kind of a crazy ego, but I think that's just how like television producers and writers think about themselves. Like, think about Neil Druckmann, for instance.
Yeah.
He thinks that same shit about himself. So
that's true. Even though season 2 was dog shit and season 1 was kind of
I ain't never seen, by the way, I ain't never seen Vince Gilligan saying no shit like that. It doesn't mean he hasn't. Doesn't mean he doesn't think that way. But I ain't never seen him say it.
Just to say, like, season 3 is an inevitability, like
the Thanos, fucking I am inevitable. Yeah. Like, okay, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I really do like the show. hopefully season 3 lives up to the hype. I do think it's kind of cool. I mean, the game's kind of always had a little bit of that sense, I guess. But do you know? Because you've played Devil May Cry, right? Like most of the game, you've never played any of them.
Nope.
So I wonder if it's always supposed to kind of been like a spin on the Divine Comedy. I mean, obviously his name is Dante, so like there's that.
Yeah.
But that makes me wonder.
I'm not familiar enough with the Divine Comedy either.
I wanna get that and read it at some point. Yeah. You should check up or catch up on the show. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, season 1 was good. Season 2, I'm still pretty early in, but I mean it's getting pretty much like the same reviews and stuff like that. At least enough for Adi Shankar to, start to go to his head.
So I looked up on Google, and Google says that the game itself is using the Divine Comedy as a loose framework for the world and the characters. But it's not a direct adaptation of the Divine Comedy.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but so
I read Dante's Inferno. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, they made us read it in high school, and I don't remember a fucking single thing about it. I did, however, play the Dante's Inferno game, and
that was pretty cool.
That game was pretty cool, especially the part where he sewed a fucking Templar cross on his fucking chest. And also I like the part where you go to hell and you kill all the fucking babies. I guess it's limbo or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
You get to murder some babies. Everyone's favorite pastime activity, stomping babies. That's my favorite part in Dead Space, is killing babies.
So season 1 right now has a 96% tomato meter, which is solid. But only a 66% popcorn meter, which is less than solid. And then season 2 is about the same.
Oh, the fans hate that shit.
Season 2 is 100% tomato meter, 71% popcorn meter, but not nearly as many ratings. Right now, popcorn meter for season 2, it's 250 ratings, but season 1 had 1,000 plus. So
I think a lot of Americans specifically, don't like animation. They have a very Daniel approach to it. If it's a cartoon, I'm not fucking watching it. Cartoon is for children.
Yeah. So I will say, I think the show is taking a few liberties when it comes to like certain characters and their lore. So that probably, like, hardcore fans, that's probably rubbing them the wrong way, which would explain the popcorn meter discrepancy from the tomato meter.
I mean, it sounded like he was like, yeah, I took a ton of liberties and it was successful.
Yeah.
Which is what Neil Druckmann did. I mean, it's technically his work, so he can do whatever the fuck he feels like, I guess, but
yeah. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking that out.
Oh yeah.
So Backrooms. I did not go see that yet. I'm gonna try to go see that today, maybe. Today or maybe like Monday.
I just thought it was funny. I saw a headline during the week that said how 2 Gen Z meme films outdid Star Wars.
Yeah.
One of them being about obsession or whatever, and the other one being the Backrooms.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you shit on a franchise long enough. Eventually that can happen. And what's even crazier is it's 2 Gen Z meme films that are horror movies.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Horror movies. Horror movies of all things, which we talk about a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, last week we had talked about Obsession, so I want to like touch base on that again. But so Backrooms, the budget was 10 mil, which is much higher than Obsession.
Much
Um,
higher.
right now it has earned 154 million worldwide. So
Damn.
Backrooms is doing super good.
Making that money.
Yeah, shmoney. Let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. So it's at 89% tomato meter.
That's pretty
74
good.
popcorn meter.
Decent.
Yeah,
It's not
terrible.
Like, yeah, not. I feel like. You said it was an 84 tomato.
89 tomato.
89. I feel like that's quite high for critics for a horror movie.
Yeah. So Obsession's at a 95 and a 94,
damn,
respectively.
Oh, just shit. Obsession's the best horror movie of all time, confirmed.
Well, so it actually it's probably up there, and like in terms of horror movies for me, it's pretty fucking up there. So it's a horror movie like in all of the good senses. But how the fuck did my screen just go black? So it's one of those things where like I don't really want like jump scares. I want to feel creeped out.
Yeah.
I think that's like the best type of horror movie, and it does it so well. So just to kind of compare, Paranormal Activity 1, the one that is commonly being like compared to with Obsession, is at an 82% tomato, 57% popcorn meter. And Blair Witch is the other one. So let's see what that's sitting at.
I feel like all of Paranormal, you said it was Paranormal Activity, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that movie suffers a lot since all of it's fucking green or whatever.
So Blair Witch is at an 86% and a 57%. So the other two movies that are being compared to Obsession in terms of like low budget and making a shit ton of money, also had decent tomato meters, but not nearly as good popcorn meters. So yeah, Obsession's kind of breaking the mold a lot. So it actually is tracking to set the highest fourth weekend box office in horror movie history.
Wow.
Which is really cool. Yeah.
That is cool.
It's sitting at 178 million worldwide currently. I don't know if that's reflecting Saturday's numbers. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But maybe.
But yeah, it's breaking records. It was a really good movie. I was willing to go see that a second time. Honestly, that's how much I liked it. Which, I mean, I have the Regal Pass anyways, but that would have been one of the first movies where I actually was like willing to go watch it again.
Yeah.
It's really good. I don't know. I want to rewatch it again. I don't know if I'd say it's like my all-time favorite horror movie. But I definitely think it's up there. It's gory, it's creepy, really makes you feel like unsettled, and it doesn't rely on jump scares and stuff like that. Yeah, go watch Obsession. It's good.
Dude. I'm just looking at Mandalorian and Grogu. And
what's that saying at?
253 million globally. Which, you know, big number, right? But
yeah,
Google is saying that a reported budget of 165 million, and analysts are saying that the film needs to reach 500 to 600 million globally to break even.
Yeah, I typically hear that with Disney movies.
Dude, they're halfway to breaking even.
I will say, so tomato meter, that's sitting at a 62, and popcorn sitting at an 87. So actual people watching the movie are enjoying it, relatively so. Let's compare that to other Star Wars movies. What do you think the highest rated Star Wars movie would be?
Oh shit. Episode 6, I bet. Maybe 5. but it's going to be one of those two.
Let's go in order. What's that A New Hope at? Jesus Christ. It's at a 93 and 96. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back is the top rated.
I can see that. Yeah, 93 and 93, 97.
Rogue One's up there too.
Return of the Jedi is at 83, 94. Phantom Menace is at 54, 59.
Dude, that movie was not well received. The way we feel about the sequels is how people felt about the prequels, especially that one. That was everyone's episode 9 or whatever episode. 8. Which one was it? Not. I guess it was both actually, but
yeah, 7, 8. It could 7, 8, or 9. Attack of the Clones. I actually liked 7.
7 set it up really well. I enjoyed 7, and then Rogue One came out after that, and I was like, dude, they're fucking cooking. And then 8 came out, and I was like, they lost it. They lost the fucking plot, dog.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Attack of the Clones is at 62 and 56. What about Revenge of the Sith? That is 79 and 66. That makes sense.
Yeah. That one wasn't very good either.
I think it was probably the best out of the
I think Attack of the Clones was the better film.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. No, Revenge of the Sith is too fucking long. I think that's like, it's not actually that long, but it feels like it feels like a 4-hour film, and it's only half of that.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker kind of feels like that too, actually.
Yeah, so like Mando and Grogu, like review wise, isn't doing that bad. Like it's doing better than the sequel trilogy. Or I mean the original trilogy. Or no, sorry, the prequel trilogy. It's doing better than the prequel trilogy.
I don't, dude, it's as someone who grew up watching the prequels and enjoying them a lot, there's so many people who don't like the prequels. And there are people who don't like the prequels more than they dislike the sequels.
Yeah.
Star Wars fans are the worst fucking fandom, I think.
So The Force Awakens has a 93 and 84. And then Rise of Skywalker has a 51-86. And The Last Jedi has 91-41. Dude, 91? All over the place. Yeah.
Critics gave that a 91?
Yep, The Last Jedi. Yep.
You literally don't know what's going on? Even if you have seen the previous films, but they're not supposed to rate it as if they'd seen the previous films. As a standalone film by itself, I guess it is like a complete story, so I will give you that. However, it's like, you know what? Okay, never mind. I'll give you that. I'll accept that. If you're just watching a movie for like the sake of seeing like some action and stuff, like it was okay. But if you're actually invested in the actual Star Wars, I guess it was ass.
The Star War.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that the ratings are like they flip flop.
Yeah. You should look up Rogue One because I think that's one of the highest rated films too.
It's at 84, 87.
Yeah.
Which I would, well, that's technically lower than The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens is 93, 84. So like tomato meter's lower, popcorn meter technically is higher, but like overall, yeah, Rogue One was really good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Star Wars films, and it's not because I went into it being your friend and came out of it not being your friend. But that does play a little bit into it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it has to.
I think he said something about Forrest Whitaker, and I was like, I'm not talking to this kid ever again. Oh, one eye.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I think that's like a rap line somewhere, by the way. One eye open, one eye closed, Forrest Whitaker or something like that.
It is.
That might even be a Lil Wayne line, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Is that in 6 foot, 7 foot? I think it's in something.
Yeah, I'm trying to like replay the lyric in my head. I definitely think it's in something Lil Wayne. Yeah, that's really crazy. Sequel trilogy sucked so bad. So Resident Evil Code Veronica is getting a remake, which was leaked and teased and heavily speculated. Because we should be getting remakes of Code Veronica 0 and 1. They are doing Code Veronica first, and they are dropping the code. So this is just going to be called Resident Evil Veronica. It is set to release in 2027, and it will be a full-blown remake like all the other ones.
Nice.
Which is definitely good. I've heard Veronica was probably one of the biggest in need of a remake game.
Probably.
I don't know if this has been confirmed, but I saw this in like the Google AI fucking description, which is why I want to like preface with that because it could be fake, but or incorrect, I guess rather. It stated that it was going to be first person and third person, which is interesting. I mean,
like
people
the newest,
seem to like
Requiem.
That. Yeah, like Requiem, and then also like Village.
Oh yeah, I forgot Village. Well, Village and the one after that. Before it, 7 and 8, whatever those are.
Can you go third person in 7?
Oh, maybe it's first person only the whole time. Nah, I think there's a third person mode after you beat it.
Okay. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I'm definitely down for more Resident Evil. I've been.
Oh, okay. No, you can't. It's with a mod. So what I've seen is people using a mod.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to be like their go-to route now is like the option for both.
It
or I wonder
might
if it'll be like Requiem.
Well,
Do you play as two different people in Code Veronica?
Yeah, it's Chris and Claire. Again.
Okay.
Well, I say again, it's maybe you play as Jill. Hold on. Now I'm trying to think. They're both in the game, Chris and Claire, but I think Jill's in the game too. Hold on. Fix it. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't actually say, but it says story of Chris, Claire. I'm pretty sure you play as Claire, and then there's a part where you play as Chris, but Jill is definitely in the game. Which I guess you hadn't played as Claire other than in Resident Evil 2, and then in Resident Evil 1 you played as Chris, and this takes place right after Resident Evil 2, so they pulled a character from both the first and second game and put them in the third game. It's like more like 2.5 because it wasn't actually 3. Maybe that's what they did. Yeah, I think that's what they did, and then 3 was when you play as Jill again. That makes sense.
So I keep seeing a really weird theory, and I think everyone's just running with it, and I could be wrong about that. Maybe everyone else is right, but so when they were in the process of announcing this, and they're like showing the video or like the trailer or whatever, it put an emphasis on the V in Veronica to make it look like Resident Evil 5, and so dude, like even like repeating, I'm like, yeah, this makes no sense. So the theory is that this is going to be the new Resident Evil 5, essentially, and yeah, dude, yeah. The theory is that this is going to be considered like Resident Evil 5 now. And so then when they get around to remaking 5, that's going to be 6, and they're going to completely scrap the 6 that actually came out. And I'm pretty sure everyone
that came out and not the 5 that came out.
Yeah, 6 was hated a lot more than 5.
I liked 6. I liked 5 too, I guess, but I mean, you did play it still. You did play 6 more recently than I did, so if you didn't like it, I guess you didn't like it.
It just didn't feel like Resident Evil to me.
Not even
Let me
the
see
Leon
if I can
part?
actually. Yeah.
Not even the Leon part felt like Resident Evil to you?
Yeah.
I'll give you the Chris part. That didn't feel like Resident Evil at all. That felt like fucking Call of Duty or something. And then the wait. Hold on. They can't get rid of 6 because they just had fucking Sherry again in Requiem.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they could. Well, but they really no like references to 6 happen at all. Honestly,
yeah. Actually, now that you say that, they didn't. They talked about her part in 2 a little bit, but not in 6.
Yeah. See, okay. So here's one comment saying, and I saw it's either the same guy, and I just didn't look at the name and notice it was the same guy, or this is like a pretty heavy theory. So, this Reddit comment says they removed the code, and in the announcement trailer, the image became REV, which would basically be Resident Evil 5. And I don't think that's a coincidence at all. I think Capcom will ignore the original 5 and 6 and use this game to make some more retcons. The remakes have been serving that purpose, and it seems that for Capcom, the canonical story is only what came out after or came out from RE7 onwards. Remember that even Dusk Golem has already said that the story of this Code Veronica remake would link with future games. So there's that comment. And then I saw someone else basically say like the exact same thing. Because the original, that's not the original one I even saw actually. Because the original one didn't mention like scrapping 5, but just that like this is going to become the new 5.
I was going to say they did retcon a lot of things. You might not know this, but the fucking, what the fuck is that dude's name? I just always want to call him Mr. Terrific, like the fucking Superman guy. Mr. X, gonna give it to you. Fucking the T00 or whatever, the big fucking the big guy in the trench coat or whatever that follows you around in 2.
Yeah.
In the original 2, he's only in Claire's parts.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He's not in Chris or Leon.
Yeah, he's not in Leon's parts at all. And so they changed him to be in both of their parts in the remake or whatever.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I mean, they have made changes. I didn't play the remake of 4, but when you were playing it, there were some things that I thought were a little different. Like when you fight the military guy or whatever at the end of the game, he's like Krieger, something like that. And you have like a fucking knife fight with him. Does that still happen?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay, but I think the location it happens in is different because I think it was like a warehouse or something.
Yeah, it is.
And then I think they changed when it happens too. Because I remember watching that. I was like, I don't remember this being like that. I think I even said it in stream when it happened. Damn, that would be kind of interesting if they retcon and get rid of 6. Also, I don't know if you know, but the original Code Veronica was Code Veronica, and there's a big X in the actual title.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
X for 10, by the way.
Yeah.
And then Resident Evil 3 came out after that. I wonder if they'll ever do like the fixed camera angles again. I feel like people would just be too upset about fixed camera angles. But I kind of enjoyed them a little bit. It made it scary because you couldn't actually see what was off screen sometimes. You just hear it. Made it a little spookier, you know?
Yeah. I definitely don't want them to go back to that.
Yeah, I don't really want to either, but like it had a what's the word? It had like an appeal. Like there's definitely an appeal to it, you know?
Yeah.
The day after I made Aaron okay, I guess I'll explain everything. Aaron, my son, was playing Resident Evil 2. He's like, oh, I'll play that. And he downloaded it and he got to the part where you get to the police station and he's like, nope, I'm done, and turned it off. And then the next day he's like, oh, I really want to play that. I was like, okay, go ahead. And he refused. So
That's funny.
I think him scare.
Him got really scared.
Yeah, he was like, this game's not scary at all. Dude, he said that literally as soon as Leon gets out of the Jeep at the gas station. I was like, brother, all you saw was a semi-truck driver hit a zombie. You haven't even seen anything yet.
I mean, he's not wrong. It wasn't scary yet.
Yeah. The main menu's not supposed to be scary.
Yeah, I'm really excited for a Code Veronica remake. I mean, I want them to eventually get through all of them. Because I'd like to own like modern versions of all of them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And maybe when they're done, they'll release a big box set of like all of them. That'd be cool.
Shout out physical media.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. So the like still basically the same concept, but another Reddit post. This guy was saying he thinks that they're gonna scrap 5 altogether and that they're gonna put the Chris and Wesker like plot points in the Code Veronica remake. And like that just does not make sense at all because like you had stated, the timeline of Code Veronica is like a little after RE2, and we saw Wesker in RE4, and he's alive and well. So
yeah,
yeah, I think everyone's just getting hung up on the fact that the V showed up and like a little too long, and so everyone's thinking like, oh, like you know RE5, this must be the new RE5. When I think they were just basically like showing the V so that way you didn't think it was going to be 0 or 1. And also to like kind of like tease like, oh yeah, we're going to show a V so that way you know it's like Veronica. But also we're dropping the C or like we're dropping code altogether. So you showed the V to kind of like throw people off a little bit because obviously it was Code Veronica.
yeah. I mean, they also have Village, so like maybe they're just trying to have it up there to be like, hey, it's not Village, it's Veronica.
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's the issue is like people just saw the V and was like, oh, it's RE5 or it's like the new RE5. They're gonna scrap 5. But like they've never done Roman numerals. Well, I guess technically starting with 7, they started doing Roman numerals, but not before that. Like 5 wasn't a Roman numeral. It was literally 7. 7's when they started that.
Well, and they only did 7 and 8 like that, right? Because I don't think 9 is just Requiem. Like it doesn't actually say the number anywhere, I don't think.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. So yeah, I don't know. Resident Evil fans might be kind of brain dead. I think that's just a really stupid take.
Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. So I wanted to recap State of Play because it was not the worst State of Play, but definitely not. Well, actually, I don't know. This might have been the best State of Play, but it still wasn't like phenomenal. Like, could you imagine going to a movie theater to watch that?
I bet the Ace Combat shit would have been cool in the movie theater.
Yeah, the Wolverine show would have been cool in the movie theater too. So we'll go over like what was announced or shown off,
Yeah.
and if I have a horse in that race, I'll chime in. You can do the same. Um, so I'm gonna go off of the PlayStation blog post, which looks like it just has it in alphabetical order, not in like announcement order.
Damn.
So Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief.
I think.
I've never played Ace Combat. I don't really care. This one looks cool. Like it's very realistic looking. So I mean that's cool, I guess, if Ace Combat's your shit.
A Japanese jet game is all you need to know. Ooh woo.
Go Bert.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know there were 7 of those games. I thought there were only like 2 or 3.
Same. I don't even know when the last one came out.
All right, moving on.
Bancho the Chef.
I think it's Bancho, but
I don't even remember seeing this get announced, so I wonder if that was like in the few minutes before I started watching.
it might have been. I think it was right before the Dynasty Warriors one. Anyways, you keep going.
Control Resonant. So I am looking forward to this. This is coming out on September 24th, which is just a few days after the Wolverine game coming out. So RIP my wallet.
Oh.
I do really like Control though, so I'm definitely gonna get Resonant. This is like really flipping the script though, because like Control was a third person like superpower shooter game, and this is gonna be like a hack and slash.
Yeah.
So it is switching shit up. I still think it's gonna be cool though. Dune Awakening for PlayStation 5, I think was the announcement. Yeah. Console announcement. Yeah, so Dune Awakening is coming out on PS5. Hip hip hooray, I guess.
With a brand new single player mode, by the way.
Yeah, single player. Here's the thing with like MMO type games like that. Which I guess that's not really like an MMO per se, but
it is kind of. I mean,
kind of.
Would you call Rust an MMO?
Like, yes, but no.
It was like because it's like basically Rust. I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
but it's like that kind of game.
Yeah, like Fallout has a good story mode. However, Fallout 76 does not. So it's gonna be like that, I think. Like it might have a story, but like it's like a weird story. Like I don't know. I calling that like a story mode, I think is gonna be kind of.
No, it didn't say story mode. It said single player mode. There is a storyline though. So I mean, go off, King. But
Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. I know literally one person that's probably excited for that.
Me too, and I think it's the same person. Well, Hattie.
Probably.
It's me,
My biggest regret for watching State of Play was God of War Laffy.
Laffy.
Yeah, Laffy Taffy. I just don't really know how to feel about this because like they're making Faye look really badass, which like there was references to her being badass.
True.
Into Kratos finds out that Faye and Thor had a fight, and obviously like Thor didn't kill her. I think even it is stated that Faye beat Thor, I believe, and Kratos technically lost to Thor the first time.
Yeah.
Which is like that's kind of a wash anyways, because like Kratos lost because he's trying not to give into his rage anymore. I'm pretty sure if he would have went like old school Kratos, then Thor would have got his fucking shit absolutely dog walked.
Well, I don't know. Baldur was fucking giving Kratos a run for his money too, though, and I don't think Baldur could beat Thor.
I don't think Balder. Well, I mean, but
Well-
Balder can't die.
Well, okay.
Technically.
As long as there's no mistletoe, spoilers.
Yeah.
Balder, I don't think was beating Thor.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. So this game is gonna do something really weird. So like, you're in the fuck. This doesn't say. I think it's called the Everywhere.
Yeah, I think it is something like that.
It's a place where gods go when they die.
Shout out God
Um,
Afterlife.
Essentially, yeah.
That's
So you
cool,
have
I
the
guess.
Tibetan. It seems like at least some of the main villains are going to be a Tibetan god, and then a what was the other one? Was it like a Chinese god?
The ones they showcased, one was Mayan and the other one was Egyptian.
Was it? I thought it was. I thought one of them was Tibetan.
One was stated, I don't know, dude. One was Sekhmet and one was some Mayan dragon guy.
So, they're like throwing in like different religions, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, because like, you know,
The every win.
Kratos, every win. That's what it was. The every win.
Oh, okay. So hold on. My bad. The ones they showed was a hulking red Mongolian Buddhist god of war. And the other one was Sekhmet, the Egyptian lioness goddess of war. Who's the antagonist, by the way? I guess. We know that much.
Yeah, seemingly. So Faye also is gonna have a gelatinous cube companion.
No. It's a weighted companion cube from Portal. Don't get it mixed up. And the
No, it's
weighted
not.
companion cube from Portal will never hurt you.
It
Unless
will,
you
though.
kill it. Yeah. Also, say his name.
Frank.
Spell his name.
It's PHRANQUE or some shit like that.
You nailed it, dude. Frank the fucking Jello.
Yeah. Frank the Jello Cube.
Not as weird as a companion as some fucking ribbons, though.
Yeah. Well, wait till you find out. Faye will also have that. A talking ribbon.
Perfect, dude. Just what Faye needed. Some ribbon. Also, the fact that they're in the every win or wherever the gods go and the gods die, does that mean that they were also gods? Gods of what?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, so that's the
The
thing.
god of ribbon
what-
and the god of fucking low fat, low calorie, sugar free snacks?
That's what I'm curious about, because obviously Faye was not a god of war or goddess of war, and
True.
she's dead and went there. But the two antagonists are specifically gods of war.
Yeah.
So, dude,
Well, she kills one of them in the fucking reveal, so
I'm gonna be really upset if they don't have Ares show up.
yeah, but what
gonna
happens
be
when you
honest with
die? When you're in the every win, what happens when you die? Do you just come back? Like, if that's where you go when a god dies, like, you just respawn at the checkpoint or what?
Well, so that was the thing about this not being Valhalla, because I was thinking as we were watching that it was going to be Valhalla,
Right.
in which you can't die in.
Well,
Like when you die, you come back. So like you
Yeah.
like you don't really die. This is not Valhalla though, so I don't know.
also, there's a bunch of rumors and a whole bunch of other stuff about it circulating that I have strong opinions about, but I'm not going to voice those here. But from
Fucking
what
shout out politics.
Yeah, from what the trailer showed, the game looks honestly pretty cool. As long as you can get over the Jello cube thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love God of War. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If Ares doesn't show up, that's gonna be definitely an L. Because here's the thing: there would be no reason for him to not show up, other than they just didn't do it because they're dumb. Because it is already shown that like gods of war are going there when they die.
Gods
So
in
I
general.
will say, I'll take yeah, gods in general, not even just gods of war, but it seems like the gods of war, which makes sense. It seems like the gods of war are like fighting for territory in the every win. So I will say I will accept a reference to Ares or like him being dead already because he got wiped out by, one of the Sekhmet or one of the other gods of war. I will accept that, but I think he should show up in some way, shape, or
No.
form.
It's so some fucking millennial wrote the story, so he's gonna show up and he's gonna be friend to enemy bullshit. He's gonna be like, yo, I know last time we met I was your fucking enemy, but now I'm your friend.
Well, Faye wouldn't know him.
True. But it's gonna be some bullshit like that. Also, did you notice in the trailer, which maybe you didn't, but Faye finds 2 corpses sitting on the ground and takes their armor?
Yeah.
However, before she takes the armor from the first corpse, it's wearing the mask. I think technically she interacts with it before the Demigorgon shows up.
What about the mask? Like, are you talking like Loki's mask?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it fucking like disintegrates in her hand. And then she's like, oh shit, the mask didn't work because she thinks that's his body or something. I don't fucking know.
So, okay. I was wondering what was going on with that. I need to actually rewatch the trailer because like I was watching it on my phone.
Yeah, so I was too. I was not even watching the trailer on my phone. I was watching Daniel stream the stream on
your
my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
Anyways, I sent you a photo of it.
Okay. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah. I was wondering why cuz she like makes a comment about it. And I was wondering what that was about. Well, that's an
But who's next to
interesting
him?
little tie-in. Yeah, I don't know.
Is that Kratos?
Nah.
Is
There's no
that
shot.
what the fuck is her name? The fucking other chick?
Freya.
No. The Loki's girlfriend chick.
Oh, Angerboda.
Yeah, that's the one.
Could be. So we also don't know how time works here because
That.
this kicks off right when she dies. But if history is to be of note of anything, afterlife shit and timelines, like shit gets real funky. Like you can spend 10 minutes in some afterlife type shit and 100 years pass or something like that.
Exactly.
So we don't even really know how much time is passing for like Kratos and Atreus, because like technically speaking, this is right at the start of the first game.
Yeah.
In terms of like when like where the trailer starts, it's literally it's actually even the same scene. Like Kratos is carrying Faye's body
Yeah.
to the pyre and lights it, and she wakes up. Which is where like the first game starts.
So
Well,
that's
2018.
how again, the whole time thing, like that's how it's portrayed, but we don't actually know if she wakes up immediately. Like it could be years before she wakes up in the afterlife.
Yeah, and time could just work differently there. So like,
well, and to her it's instant because when you're dead, you just don't exist, right? I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna get it. I might not get it right away, but I'm gonna get it and play it. It's God of War. Like I want to know what's going on. I do have a theory that this will probably lead into the next Kratos game. It seems like she's trying to come back, which I mean, like I guess makes sense, but it seems like she knows she could come back, or at least is under the assumption that she could come back. So I'm curious about that. And I mean, like, she might end up going the whole game and then finds out at the end she can't come back, whatever. There is a scene in the second in Ragnarok where she helps Kratos, and people were always curious if that was like actually her or if that's like just a vision he's having.
No.
So maybe we'll end up finding out.
Yeah, I bet that scene's gonna be in the game.
Probably so. Some marathon shit was announced. Fucking season 2 of their dying game. Something Concord 5.
Whoa, Sony's plugging their fucking waste of money. All right, moving on.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Knights of Doom.
Knights of Doom.
Yeah, don't forget the that part.
The
It's just new characters to the roster, I think. Yeah, Magneto, Green Goblin, and Carnage are getting added.
and Doctor Doom.
And Doctor
Doom Boy.
Yeah.
My biggest area of hype from State of Play was a gameplay trailer for the new Wolverine game.
Hell yeah.
My biggest question since that game was announced was, are they going to have like regeneration like
True.
the X-Men Origins Wolverine game that came out in like 2008? I was going to be really disappointed if
you just like die.
Well, not even like if you just die, but like I was gonna be disappointed if like that game on PS3 and 360 could do it, and then you have 2 console generations later, and you don't. Like it would have just been lame. That's one of the big things with Wolverine is he can heal.
Dude, his healing factor might be like as iconic as the claws.
Yeah, like it's pretty much hand in hand.
So what do you think about like you ask someone what they like who was Wolverine's powers and like, oh, he has claws and he can regenerate, like
yeah. So like it's a pretty big thing to like, in his game have that. And obviously like some of the older X-Men games really weren't able to like showcase that. Like there was an X-Men 2 Wolverine game and I don't think that had regeneration. I'm pretty sure the one on PS3 and 360 that I was talking about, X-Men Origins Wolverine, pretty sure that's been the only Wolverine game to showcase that. The Deadpool game that came out a few years later did also have regeneration.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they showed it off, and this game is brutal as fuck, which is toggleable, by the way. If you don't like blood and gore, you can toggle that off, which is a cool inclusion. I'm definitely not gonna fucking do that.
I'm not gonna do that either.
People's heads off.
Same. It's just Ninja Gaiden, but it's Wolverine, dude.
Yeah. So, dude, the fucking trailer was so sick.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad it's got an M rating. Honestly, I don't think the Spider-Man games were rated as M, but like it's Wolverine, dude. Like it has to be.
I don't think they were either.
We got a little Sabretooth tease. Wolverine's short. He's short. He's a short king.
Short and fucking hairy.
Yeah, and a fucking menace.
Yeah. Something cool too in the trailer, they had decapitations toned down, or like dismemberment, but I think you'll be able to like chop people in half, chop limbs off, chop heads off. There's one segment, but it looked
pre-rendered or whatever.
Yeah, he like cuts the leg off of one of the soldiers, but
oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure like you can just normally do that. And they had that toned down for the trailer since they were showing it off.
Yeah, to a broader audience.
Yeah. This Marvel Spider-Man games were rated T for teen. But yeah, you kind of Wolverine, I mean, that's just like the claws and the regeneration, like he's known for obviously cutting people in half. Adamantium is supposed to be one of the hardest things in the Marvel universe, so you make it sharp and pointy, then obviously you should be cutting through anything like fucking butter.
What wins between vibranium and adamantium?
That is a good question.
Also,
I know they've covered that.
I want to know how they coated his fucking skeleton in the adamantium. Like, how you do that? He wasn't born like that. He didn't mutate to have that.
So in pure combat, they usually stalemate. Because adamantium is harder and has more cutting power, but vibranium is more durable and has energy absorption.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you from the Marvel nerd stuff, Google, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pre-order that game. I think I want it physical. I'm a little upset because it doesn't have a special edition. They just have the digital deluxe, but you can get it physical and then buy the digital deluxe upgrade pack for like the difference in money. They announced some outfits too for the digital deluxe. So if you pre-order, you get reflective claws, 1 technique point, 4 avatars, and access to the classic brown suit earlier. So you same thing with the reflective claws. So you'll get both of those, like the claws in the suit eventually anyways. You just get early access if you pre-order. For the digital deluxe, we don't know what the suits are called, but you get different suits. So one of them looks pretty heavily inspired from the Fox X-Men movies because it's like a black leather suit with an orange X on it. That's at least what it looks like to me. That might be like a comic suit. I don't know. Another suit looks to be inspired by like Shield.
Hell yeah.
Another suit is a rendering of like I think that's supposed to be his first outfit because he doesn't quite have like the black like wings. They're very small. But it's the yellow with the blue stripes. There's another yellow and black suit where he has like kind of long sleeves and red eyes. And then the other suit is specifically, I know from a comic. That's from like Age of Apocalypse or something like that. They actually showed it in Deadpool and Wolverine very briefly, but he has a metal hand.
Hell
which
yeah.
is cool. But yeah, so you get all those outfits, and those it does not say early access, so the only way to get those seemingly right now is through the digital deluxe. But you get those 5 suits and also 5 claws. We don't know what the 5 claws are going to be. I'm sure at some point, probably just in the base game, you're going to get bone claws. I'm sure.
How do you feel about his suit taking damage and then having damage, and then as it like gets cleaned off, it regenerates also?
So the way the X-Men Origins Wolverine game handled that, throughout most of the game, you pretty much had like, I mean, they had suits, and the suits didn't take damage really. Or maybe they would like repair instantly, but if you wore just like the default outfit, it was a tank top and like jeans or like camo pants, depending on like where you were in the story. Your tank top would get fucking shredded, and then if you leveled up, your health refilled and your outfit was like repaired. I think something like that would be preferable, or at least like a good alternative. I would prefer the suit not repair at all, unless like I don't know, like I don't know how the story is gonna work. It's not open world; it is linear.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, you go to your base or you do whatever. Like you get to like a resting point and then your suit would be repaired. Obviously you can't have Wolverine's dick flailing about. So
True.
but I mean I think like a section to where it would be like trunks should stay, but otherwise, like in my opinion, your suit should be completely destructible. Other than that,
yeah, it should be. There's a part in the trailer where he's getting his ass handed to him by some big fucking guy with like he's like a cyborg or something, one of the
Yeah.
bigger Reavers, and he's like down on the ground, and it's like you have to mash square to like regenerate, and his suit is all fucked up. And then he does the little regeneration like gameplay mechanic, and then when he gets up, his suit is like pristine, brand new quality.
Yeah, and so at the end of the gameplay reveal, he'd like gotten shot like in the back and the front with like a shotgun or some shit. So like there's a big chunk missing.
Yeah.
But he had healed. And so the gameplay trailer ends and the suit's still fucked up.
The suit's fucked up, but he's fine, right?
But, yeah, so like I wonder where and when they're gonna determine that, and it could have been weird because of the trailer.
Well, yeah, but it might just be like cutscenes. Suit's fine, or the suit. Maybe the suit is like in cutscenes. He'll have if he takes damage in a cutscene, the suit retains the damage, but if he takes damage during gameplay, it heals or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe they just had it tweaked for like the gameplay reveal, and maybe like there will be some sort of like damage retention to the suit. It's gonna be a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So Deadpool, in the Deadpool game that had regeneration, the suit didn't take damage at all. So like the suit always repaired with you, which was always like a little annoying.
Yeah.
That kind of takes like the fun out of taking the damage.
Yeah.
And like I said, the X-Men Origins Wolverine game handled it tastefully. Like it's still kind of silly because it's like what does Wolverine have a bunch of fucking tank tops like in his backpack?
Yeah, dude.
His non-existent backpack, by the way. But like at least there was some damage retention.
They're in his
motorcycle
panniers, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. The game comes out very soon. It comes on September 15th.
Hell yeah. Do you think we will see Marvel's Spider-Man in this game?
No. So they already stated it is a separate universe, and in this universe, actually, you don't have. Oh shit! They did announce what the claws are. I'll say that in a second. So the X-Men don't exist. They're going to be called the X-Team. They basically are like rescue. They're basically rescuing mutants and stuff like that. So that is my bad. They actually announced what the suits are called and the claws. So you have the Incredible suit.
Okay.
The Savage suit. The Age of Apocalypse suit. The Night Hunt suit, and New Leather. The claws are going to be Smooth Edged, Hollow Blade, Thick, Serrated Spine. Yeah. Serrated Spine, and Tapered.
Serrated Spine sounds crazy. That sounds like bone claws.
A little bit, yeah.
Also, what was the one before Thick? Did you say fucking
Hollow?
Like a fucking lightsaber? He's gonna have lightsaber claws? Because that's what that sounds like to me.
Hollow Blade. Yeah, it does sound weird. Like, yeah, because how would you know it's hollow? Yeah, maybe they will be like fucking like laser claws. I don't know.
That's gonna be sick, dude. Damn, separate universe. Unfortunate. They had a chance to do something real cool.
Yeah. So something interesting, and it could just be like a bait and switch, but I had originally thought. So there was a leak like 2 or 3 years ago, and there was like a full-on playable section where you got to play as Jean Grey, and they said with this gameplay reveal that you're only gonna play as Wolverine. So there was a section in the trailer. It was after like the gameplay portion. It was like a cutscene, or it was to the cutscene part.
Yeah.
And Sabretooth ends up like slamming a soldier, and it looks like it's from the POV of like a camera angle for him. So I was thinking maybe you get to play as all three, but that was before they stated like, oh yeah, you're not going to get to play as Jean Grey. It's just going to be Wolverine. But I wonder if that's a bait and switch, because like that section, it looks like it doesn't look like it's just like a camera angle of Sabretooth killing the soldier or hitting the soldier. It looks like it's like the third person camera perspective, as if you're playing as Sabretooth. So I don't know. Could be bait and switch. Could maybe they're being honest. But at least Jean Grey was gonna be playable at one point during the development of the game, because in that leak there's like a full-on playable section, and based off like her model and her powers, like it matches up with like what we've seen in the gameplay trailer.
Do you think there's going to be a what was I gonna say here? Do you think I might be retarded, honestly?
You are.
Yeah, really, honestly, truly. What was I gonna fucking say?
You're saying, do I think something?
Yeah, the thought escaped me. I started saying the sentence and it fucking just disappeared.
Rip.
Oh, okay. Do you think there's gonna be, so like the way they've pitched it so far is that you are fighting the Reavers, and you're the mutant hunters or whatever, you're fighting the Reavers. And that's how they pitch it. But do you think it's gonna be like the first Spider-Man game where like they made it all about like the demons and then like Martin Lee or whatever, but then you end up also fighting like Doc Ock and fighting who else do you fight in that? You fight like, don't you fight like the Sinister, what are they called? Sinister Six? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, basically the Sinister Six, yeah.
But
potentially.
Yeah, so
we know he's gonna fight Omega Red, which is gonna be cool. I feel like it's gonna be a disservice if Magneto does not show up and absolutely fucking dog walk you at some point.
He might show up at the fucking end of the shit and be like the Magneto will return in Wolverine 2.
Yeah. But yeah, I think there's a very high chance of that happening for sure. Just based off like, how they've handled shit before. I definitely could see that happening.
Could you imagine being Wolverine and you run into Magneto and he just is like, you know what? You don't need your bones anymore.
Like he did in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, he straight up ripped the fucking adamantium out of Wolverine before. And then Wolverine went like feral for a little bit. I think because of the trauma.
Dude. It's kind of funny to think that like Wolverine and Deadpool have the same like regeneration basically and same healing factor, and they both just like feel the pain, and then how they both like react to it differently. Like for the most part, Deadpool's like indifferent, or like he makes jokes about it. Like it still hurts, but he's just like, ignores it and shit. And then Wolverine like just gets fucking pissed off. Typical Short King activities, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I still haven't played 007 yet, but I think Wolverine has a very good chance of being my game of the year. I might also just absolutely adore 007. It's been getting good reviews, so
honestly, this might be the best year in gaming in like a long time. But potentially
it's about time.
Potentially bordering on ever. Like Requiem was good. I know a lot of people shit on it, but like Requiem was good. Crimson Desert I didn't play, but everyone loved that apparently. What else did we get this year? Pocopia went crazy. And then we're getting Wolverine. We got First Light.
GTA 6 comes out this year.
And then Slay the Spire 2 was going crazy. What was that other game that came out that was like that? That was the maybe that wasn't this year, but the it was a side scroller bug game.
Oh, Hollow Knight?
Yeah. When did that come out? Did that come out this year?
Yeah, I think so.
That released.
I think it did.
No, that came out on September 4th. So technically,
Oof.
yeah, technically last year, but like this year's been pretty stacked.
Yeah, I mean, about time. I feel like we're at the end of the current generation life cycle, and it's like, what good games do you have to even really like equate with this generation? I feel like I mean, they started doing it
And
in
we're
the
getting Grand Theft
PS3
Auto.
generation. Yeah, sure.
Don't forget. Yeah, we're getting Grand Theft Auto. Did you see Fable got pushed back?
Yeah, I did. No one wants to release around GTA.
I don't blame them,
Honestly,
honestly.
any game that can't come out before GTA, they should probably just indefinitely cancel.
Indefinitely,
At least for the
crazy.
next 5 or so years.
Hey, true. You might not be wrong. A lot of people are excited for that Phantom Blade Zero game. Oh, the Assassin's Creed remake, resynced or whatever.
Yeah, Black Flag resynced. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I'll get that eventually, but I'm gonna wait a little bit, I think. But I will eventually get it.
Did we ever figure out if Max Payne 1 and 2 is coming out? Like if that's real?
It is 100% real. Don't know a date yet.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we fucking touched on that or not. Anyways, what's the next game for the state of play?
So the official targeted launch window was late 2026, early 2027. But they haven't said anything else. Yeah, but they haven't said anything else about it, so I'm assuming it probably will not hit that. Next up was Ill, which I've seen a little bit about. That game looks really gory and weird. But honestly, I'm kind of intrigued. I definitely think I'm gonna get that game.
I just wanted to know why. So it looks pretty good, but I just wanted to know why there was some random dude in the hospital who's wearing a fucking ugly Christmas sweater, and then he gives you a gun. He's like,
why
here.
not?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just like, here, bruv, take this. It's dangerous to go alone.
Are you just mad that's never happened to you?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, like, I guess it's wintertime because it's like snowing at one part of the game. I was thinking Ill looked like Silent Hill and like Metro like mixed together.
I could see that. I really am curious if they're gonna end up nailing down the graphics. So like the gore system. It reminds me of Dead Island 2, where like, you know, it's not like most games where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot you in the head, but like it's gonna be like a pre-rendered fucking chunk that goes missing out of your head. So this actually, it's like where you shoot or whatever is where the damage happens, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That game's very like body horror.
Yeah.
It looks cool though.
I will say, speaking of body horror, I will say there's a girl for like 3 or 4 frames in one part of the trailer, and she has jiggle physics.
Hell yeah.
So you have that to look forward to, dude. Everyone's favorite.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I knew it. There's a couple scenes that, well, yeah, I was just gonna say there's a couple scenes of that game where you're like in an air duct, like an air conditioning vent sort of thing, and there's like a dude crawling towards you, and that gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't have claustrophobia, but like that makes me uneasy a little bit. There's also a
that's
scene
fair.
where he's punching a baby. So W horror game where you murder babies. That's why I'm here for it, dude.
Yeah,
Gotta kill them.
same.
Kill some babies. Okay, we
Damn.
can move on.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, that's
Rock
all I
kills
want.
kids.
Yeah. Kill them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids. So next up was Kamuri?
Kemuri.
Kamurai.
No, Kemuri.
Yeah, Kamuri.
Exactly.
That's probably borderline racist, but
It's not.
I look Asian, so
You.
yeah. Yeah. I don't remember seeing this game either. But I'm not gonna lie, when the showcase ended with Lawfey.
Yeah.
So Dank went back and re-showed us Wolverine because like he also had basically missed it. And then after we watched that, like I closed the stream.
Yeah.
Because I
Kemuri,
needed to fucking go punch the wall.
dude, it reminded me of a lot of games. So it's like it's like a hack and slash, kind of like Dante's Inferno type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, I don't know, it's some anime game. But the thing that was interesting to me about it was that it reminds me of a lot of games. Like it's got colors like Fragpunk, but it looks like it kind of plays like what was that one? It was like a really popular Xbox game, like Sunset Overdrive or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it also kind of looks like what was that other game I was gonna say? It kind of looks like that game that Cap used to play all the time. That was like the BR where you had like fighting moves and like the loot you would find were like different like wrestling moves or whatever that you could do.
Oh my god.
It looked kind of like that.
I don't remember what that was called, but yeah, he did love that game.
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh yeah. So next up was No Rest for the Wicked.
I don't remember seeing that at all.
Same. That is from Moon Studios, the award-winning creators of Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will o' the Wisps, which those games are pretty highly regarded.
Yeah. It almost looks like some, what was that game called? It was the game where you were like a little kid. It was called like Bastion, I think was the name of it. Oh yeah, it's literally that one. It looks like Bastion, not like the art style or whatever, but like the way it plays looks like Bastion. Not like it's like not necessarily an isometric, but it's definitely a bird's eye view, like top down sort of. Kind of like Cult of the Lamb even, but the art style is just different.
Interesting. Next up was Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Hell yeah, dude. I don't know why they keep making these because I don't know if they're popular or not. I don't ever see anyone playing them. And I don't know anyone who's ever played one of those games. I don't even think J.O.'s played one of those, and he seems like the kind of person who would play them.
I bet they're big in Japan.
Probably.
Do they ever? I'm sure they do. But do they ever like have a game that's like super popular in one area and so they release in that area and not in others?
I'm sure it happens, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I think probably most people try to go for a global release, unless they're banned for some reason in whatever region.
Yeah. And then oh wait, no, that wasn't last. Why is this broken down like that?
I don't know.
So next up we have Phantom Blades 0.
Hell yeah, shout out carrying a baby around while you're a fucking ninja or whatever the fuck. It's
Shout out carrying around a baby while you are a baby.
It's just it's Death Stranding, but you're a fucking samurai.
Sounds pretty badass.
It's actually Mandalorian and Grogu is what it is. I don't know that you always have the baby, but every time they've shown this game off, this dude's holding a fucking baby. So I don't know. Every time I
it kind
see
of
it,
makes you think you just always have the baby.
yeah, maybe the baby's like the emperor or something.
Maybe the baby's the Emperor's New Groove.
All right, keep going.
So, Rayman Legends Retold.
Which is
So that's
crazy.
a 3D reimagining of the iconic multiplayer platformer.
No, what's crazy about this though is that PlayStation announced this at State of Play. Because I'm pretty sure Microsoft owns that IP because they own Rare.
Oh.
And Microsoft's shit is tomorrow. So maybe they don't still own Rayman, but when I saw it, that was my first thought.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, look it up right fucking now.
It's owned by Ubisoft. So there you go.
There you go.
I swear Microsoft owned it at some point though. So maybe they sold it to Ubisoft, I don't know.
Silent Hill Townfall, which we initially got a trailer for that during the Video Game Awards. So this game's going to be a little interesting because you're not actually in Silent Hill.
That we know of.
True. I think the real Silent Hill is the Silent Hills you make along the way.
He looks at some
that's
fucking...
going to be the moral of the story.
Doesn't he look at some brochure or something? They show the name of wherever it takes place in one of the trailers. I don't think it was this trailer. I think it was the previous trailer. Oh, they do show it. Saint Amelia. Yeah. Which we don't know when this takes place. There's always a chance that this is Silent Hill before Silent Hill.
Damn.
Or maybe after Silent Hill. Well, because I don't know. I mean, you watched the trailer, right? Some of the shit he's holding looks like old tech, like not recent technology.
Yeah. So, you're in like a fishing village, and sometimes they don't really have, high tech shit.
Yeah, but he's walking around with like a portable TV from like the 80s. And there's like there is a cordless phone, I will give you that, but it's still a landline. But I don't know. There's like, what if he like went back in time or something? I don't fucking know. There's
imagine you just figured out the plot.
I mean, his outfit looks kind of 80s too. He's wearing like one of those puffy vests, like fucking Marty McFly.
Yeah, it's a motherfucking fisherman outfit.
I don't know. I feel like it's in the 80s or something.
Maybe. I'll probably get Silent Hill Downfall. I mean, I liked to until my game fucking broke.
Yeah.
Silent Hill F never really intrigued me.
Not me either. And it's weird because you'd think I'd like that fucking uwu Japanese schoolgirl shit, but like I don't know. I think Goose played that, didn't she?
You would like that. She did. Yeah.
I think I watched Goose play it for like a day, and I was like, the game doesn't look that good. I feel like it lost. Yeah, I feel like it lost the Silent Hill formula, I guess, which that doesn't take place in Silent Hill either, by the way.
True.
The other thing I will say is, I don't know if you were watching the trailer, but when it shows like the text where it says Silent Hill Townfall, the Townfall text is like all fucked up except for the F. And
that's funny.
The F is the same one as Silent Hill F or whatever.
Oh.
So I don't
That's
know.
interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's just like new universe or something.
Next up was Stuntman Hollywood.
Hell yeah! Which, by the way, we were watching this and I was like, "What the fuck is that? The fucking car from?" Yeah, I was watching. I was like, "Yo, is that the car from fucking Fast and the Furious?" And then they showed some fucking shit from like Death Race or something. I don't know, but they kept showing all these different like cars, and I was like, "Brother, what the fuck game is this? Is this like Need for Speed or Hot Wheels or something?" And then Daniel's like, "Oh, is this Stuntman?" And literally, as soon as he said that, it was like Stuntman Hollywood. I was like, okay, I'm glad he knows what this fucking is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, game looks stupid.
A little bit. Like it's intriguing a little bit, but I would say mostly looks stupid. I mean, you're literally a stuntman doing stunts for
the stunts in movies, in famous movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
Like, if you're into that, vehicle related stunts specifically, if you're into that, like,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things where like for $20 and for a weekend it'd be cool, and it's gonna lose its flair after that amount of time.
I'm kind of excited for the next one actually on the list.
The Lost Wild, are you?
Yeah.
Big dinosaur guy, are you?
That might be, dude. That shit didn't look sick to you. It's like The Forest, but with dinosaurs. It's I guess it's more like Resident Evil with dinosaurs, but
I don't know, dude. I used to like dinosaurs when I was little, and then I don't know what happened. At some point, I like hard shifted the opposite direction. Like I just don't care about dinosaurs. Like none of the new Jurassic Park movies have intrigued me. I have watched them just like if nothing else was on, but like I don't know, they just haven't been good.
Damn.
I don't know, dinosaurs just kind of mid.
You don't think a dinosaur horror game would be cool though?
Potentially. When this was first being shown, I thought it was going to be like Turek or what was that Dino Crisis?
Holy
I thought
shit.
it was going to be like a remake. Yeah, that was going to be like a remake of that or some shit like that because of the dinosaurs. Yeah, it's called The Lost Wild.
There were some parts where I was looking at it and I was like, this looks like fucking Far Cry Instinct. And I was like, did they fucking make a new Far Cry Instinct and add dinosaurs? Because that's fucking sick. And then it's not that at all. I don't know. I think it'll be cool. The way you feel about dinosaurs as being like a horror, like, is it dinosaurs aren't scary or something?
Yeah, I think that might be it.
I get that, I guess. I feel like the way you feel about dinosaurs is how I feel about most horror in general. It's just like, okay, that's not real. Who cares?
Yeah.
All right, moving on, I guess.
Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
Which, I mean, we've talked about this, I think, at some point. There's a dinosaur in that, by the way, also.
True.
Lots of dinosaurs this year. This does not look like. Is this another reboot? Like, we talked about this, but like.
So there's the 2 Tomb Raider games coming out. One is a reboot or like a remake, remaster, and then another one is, or the other one is a new game. I don't remember which one is which. I think this is the new one. But what I'm confused about is this the same Laura from the 3 games we just had? Like
No.
Rise, Shadow, and whatever?
No, this is the Laura from the original 3 games. I'm fairly certain.
That's so weird.
Yeah, they went back to OG Laura from, because she doesn't even look like the newer one. She does look like the old one. She's wearing her iconic like like I guess it's
Light blue.
turquoise. Yeah, I don't know. And her fucking short shorts.
Oh shit. Okay, so no, Legacy Atlantis is a remake of the first game, so that makes sense.
Oh, it's a
So what was
remake of
the
the first
other
game?
one called?
I don't
Yeah.
remember. It's a remake. It looks so different, but I guess it makes sense. I don't remember there being dinosaurs in that. Maybe there were though. Maybe the graphics were so bad. I was not very good at that game, and I couldn't get past like the second level. So I was also like six. So
Catalyst. Okay.
oh, Catalyst.
Is the
Okay.
new one.
Oh, dude, the next game on our list is everyone's favorite that they've been waiting for. I also thought this was Far Cry at first too. By the way.
Wait. So Tomb Raider Catalyst is set in northern India years after the events of Tomb Raider Underworld.
Who?
Oh shit. Okay. So you were right. So Tomb Raider Catalyst takes place years after the events of Tomb Raider Underworld, which was like the OG Laura.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're scrapping the Laura from the other three games that like over the past like decade have been coming out.
The
That's so,
2013
why
Laura.
Yeah, why scrap that? It's so weird.
I didn't like her anyway. Fuck her. Stupid bitch.
Damn. So next up on the list, Until Dawn 2, which was quite a shock, honestly. I don't think they've really done sequels.
I don't think so either. Have
So
they
that's
never
kind of
done a sequel?
interesting. I mean, there's like the Dark Picture anthology games, which like those are an anthology, so like those are connected but unconnected. There was Until Dawn, there was The Quarry. What else have they done?
Run, Sackboy, Run.
Ain't a fucking way. And did they really? Fire Sprite did.
Technically, Fire Sprite did, yeah, but I don't think that's who did. I don't think they did the first Until Dawn. I think that was a different company.
Ah,
So that's the linchpin or whatever you want to call it.
interesting. I wonder if this is going to be connected at all to the first game. Kind of makes you think for them to call it Until Dawn 2. Kind of makes you think, oh yeah, Supermassive,
yeah.
did those games. Yeah. Oh, they don't work with Sony anymore because of the fact they wanted to put their games on Xbox. Interesting. Oh, so evidently Sony paid them to make Until Dawn 2, and Supermassive pitched it to other publishers without Sony's consent. Is that real?
Yo, if it is, that's crazy. This says in January 20
2 VR spinoffs. What the fuck?
Yeah, this says in 2024, the company co-founders left the company in February 2024. Jason Schreier reported that Supermassive Games had informed its 150 employees that they were at risk of layoffs, and then ultimately cut 90 persons from the company.
Damn.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh. So the Quarry actually started life as Until Dawn 2. So the Quarry was
That makes so much sense.
It does. That makes a ton of sense. And then yeah, so the Dark Pictures was multi-format. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, dude, the quarry being Until Dawn 2 originally makes a fucking ton of sense.
Yeah, it does. So who turns
Very
into a
interesting.
monster in this Island Paradise game?
Me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I mean, I feel like for them to call it Until Dawn 2, like it surely is going to connect somehow to Until Dawn. So like, I wonder if there's going to be a returning character that you don't know of right away or something.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Peter Stormare is coming back as the fucking doctor guy or whatever, but I
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
they
like
did
someone
show
from
that.
Until Dawn 1 needs to return. Yeah, it was funny. So I was like trying to remember the name of the company and I couldn't. And I was trying to remember like the name Until Dawn 2 or Until Dawn.
Yeah.
And so I was like the people that made the Quarry and the other game. And then I was like Until Dawn. And then Peter Stormare popped in and I was like, "Oh shit. This is definitely like them." And then it was like Until Dawn 2 and I was like, "Oh shit. It's Until Dawn 2. What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
Yeah, I remember because we were talking about it. I was like, "Is this fucking Far Cry?" Because the original Far Cry is like on a tropical island. I was like, "Oh, did they like redo the story?" And I was already like, I was, I really, I don't know why Sony would be unveiling a Far Cry game, but like, I was really like, I was just like, dude, redo a Far Cry, please. Specifically, the first one or Instinct. Like, can we get a remake or a remaster or fucking anything, dude?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um
So that was the end of State of Play. You want to go
yeah.
over all the fucking crazy shit that was revealed at Games Fest?
So I actually haven't watched Games Fest. God bless America, there's a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
let's go over just a couple of like the big things. So that way this isn't a fucking 3-hour podcast.
Yeah, for real.
So I have IGN's article open. So the first thing of note, there's a new Final Fantasy coming.
That was their big ticket item. That was their high guard too that they were showcasing. Was Final Fantasy 7. It's Fantasy 7 Part 3, the end of the trilogy, the final remake. I don't know how they took that game and made it into 3 games and people are buying it, but okay.
Yeah, pop off.
Ironically, I don't think the second game was like this at all, but this game is open world. And it's got like a massive open world, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is interesting for multiple reasons, but it looks like it's Breath of the Wild inspired. But I don't think the first two, like basically the 3 games that are Final Fantasy 7 Remake are all different but the same, if that makes sense. Like they all kind of play different. Like being good at the first
Final
one doesn't
Fantasy
mean
is
you'll be
such a
good
weird.
at like, yeah.
So The Wolf Among Us 2 was re-announced again. That game has been announced like 3 separate times now,
I
and
wish
it
would
was
die.
originally announced to come out same. I believe that was originally announced to come out in 2018. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through while you're looking that up. I'm gonna run through a quick, just like quick, like bullet point list. We got Resident Evil Code Veronica remake. We got a new Cuphead game called Mighty Cuphead Adventure. We got Alien Isolation 2, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought there already was an Alien Isolation 2, so my bad. There's Gen Atlas, which is by the Fumita Ueda, or however you say his name. Which is the company that made ICO and Shadow of the Colossus, and this is their first game since Shadow of the Colossus, I think. Stranger Than Heaven, featuring Tupac and Snoop Dogg, by the way.
I was gonna say, surely you're gonna mention the Tupac thing, right? Everyone's so upset about that, by the way.
Blood Message. Hex? I don't know how you say that. It's like some. It says it's an open world survival shooter for 1 to 4 players coming to PC. It's all PC only. And it's an anomaly has been detected in the subarctic north. And the science team sent to investigate has gone missing. You have to survive an alien scarred wilderness. So there you go. That one looked kind of interesting. I'm slightly I think we should probably get that, and maybe we can convince Daniel to play with us. They are making The Last Ronin game.
That's kind of interesting.
Good job, Paramount Games.
That was their announcement. Yeah, so I saw a thing saying that they were being formed.
Yeah.
And that they were gonna have an announcement. That was the announcement, though. That's sick.
Then we had Gundam Rogue Orbit, Monster Hunter Wilds expansion, Crossfire, which is a single player Crossfire this time.
Sick.
Guild Wars 3, which, dude, apparently everyone fucking lost their shit when Guild Wars 3 came out. I didn't see that part, but Daniel was talking about it. And he's like, yeah, dude, they started showing shit and like the crowd started fucking like screaming and shit. And I was just like, well, I don't know what I'm looking at. This is some fucking wizards and some fucking stupid bullshit. And then it was like Guild Wars 3. And he was like, I would have said Skyrim. We got a Virtua Fighter. Street Fighter 6 is welcoming new fighters, including Tifa for year 4. I did not see a Final Fantasy Square Enix collab with Capcom, but go off. Stellar Blade Blood Rain was announced. That's a sequel to the original Stellar Blade. Wolf Among Us 2. Attack on Titan 3, which is apparently the cumulative of the other 2 games and extra stuff. They were not very clear about this, but apparently it's the anime from beginning to end. So, there you go. Star Wars Zero Company. That looked kind of cool. You said you didn't see any of this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They showed Anakin in that, which, I mean, like, it's clones. Like, Anakin was going to show up, right? 1666 Amsterdam. Star Wars Galactic Racer. We've seen that game before, and it was announced. When was that announced? Was that announced at the Game Awards?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Clutch was revealed, which is a racing game that's like it's like Forza, and apparently a game company, they're called Maverick Games. Apparently they worked on Forza Horizon, but they don't work on it anymore. So they were like, we're going to make our own game. Take that, Xbox.
Interesting.
Saw game is coming out. And then a Hot Wheels game is coming out.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that Saw game, though. That shit's going to be really fucking weird because...
Yeah.
It's a 3v1 multiplayer game.
Well, I was gonna say it's like that. Was it Fred? Well, I guess there was a Freddy Krueger one, but there was also a
No, there wasn't a Freddy Krueger one. There was Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
There's a Halloween one coming out.
Yeah, Halloween, Friday the 13th. I thought there was a Freddy Krueger one.
No, Freddy's in...
I know he's in,
I believe,
Dead by Daylight, but I thought he was in. I thought they had his own. He had his own game that was like that. Okay, so there was a Nightmare on Elm Street game in the 90s, but I thought there was specifically a newer one that was like that. But I don't know, why is that game format so popular when the only one I can think of off the top of my head is literally Dead by Daylight. Because they even made a Dragon Ball Z game that was like that. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. What was that called?
It was called like DBZ Strikers or something.
Is that the one that just got fucking ended or whatever?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, The Breakers is what it was called. Asymmetrical online action game where 7 regular survivors must outwit and escape a powerful Dragon Ball Raider like Frieza, Cell, or Majin Buu.
That is so fucking stupid, brother.
I mean, Dead by Daylight was kind of fun when it came out originally, but I don't know. Those kind of games are not. I don't know. I could live without ever playing another one ever again. A Saw one doesn't really make sense either, by the way.
So I was trying to watch the trailer, but you need to log in IGN, and I don't feel like fucking logging in. But I believe
Polygon has the trailer up.
I believe that is technically set. It's like a prequel as well. Like,
yeah, it's called Genesis, so maybe that's why.
Which makes no sense because I think it's supposed to be taking place like years and years in the past. And so that's just really fucking stupid. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I wonder what that Hayx. I wonder what that game, if that's gonna be any cool.
Dude, it looks like it's gonna be cool. I could be convinced that that game is cool. Daniel didn't seem too enthused about it. Oh, by the way, have you seen the fucking Fanta commercial with Ghost?
No.
Ghost from Call of Duty, by the way. It's fucking stupid. I wouldn't watch it, but it is interesting that they even had a collab.
Sir, I will not watch it.
I don't know. I liked how that Hakes game looked. I don't know. Did you want to go over all the wholesome games that were announced today?
Wholesome?
Yeah, they had a wholesome games announcement today. Let me just frame how many there are. 6, 12, 18, 24, that's 30, 36, 48. There were 53 games announced.
God damn.
Yeah, this morning that are all like cozy. They're like targeted at like cozy gamers. Some of these games already exist. Like this one's called Japanese Rural Life Adventures. This is literally already out on like your phone. Like you can play this on your phone. So like some of these are early access that are becoming full release. Like Fields of Mystria is already out technically as early access, but it's leaving early access August 5th, right? So it'll be the 1.0. So a lot of these are out technically or out in some sort of way. But yeah, they announced a lot of them. And I'm not interested in too many of them, but I bet Locke is going to play all of them. Carl's might play some too.
Yeah, Locke, Melons, Curls.
Yeah. Sweets maybe too. Some of them, if they're popular, I guess. I know Sweet streams and what she plays offline are different, but there were a couple that looked cool. One was called Hidden Folks, and it's literally like Where's Waldo? Okay, why is there fucking sound? That's loud. I hope that didn't come through on the video. But Hidden Folks is like a Where's Waldo sort of thing, but it's like you click on people and it like they do like weird animations and stuff, and it's like a puzzle essentially. I don't know. It's all black and white. It looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
They said it was supposed to be like a pop-up book style game. So like, I don't know if you liked books where you like have pop-ups or like little things where you could like move the characters around on the page, like that's what you're getting.
Disgusting.
I know, right?
Yeah, fucking Saw Genesis takes place a century before
A century?
Jigsaw. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
It's the
really fucking make sense.
It's the fucking 20th century, isn't it?
So it's set in the aftermath of World War One, which literally makes no sense because if you know the story, like the lore of Saw, so fucking Jigsaw, basically he gets cancer and like some fucking bad shit happens to him, and basically like he wasn't appreciating his life, so he like got into a car wreck and it made him like he survived and it made him appreciate his life. So basically he finds people that are not appreciating their life and he puts them in a fucking torture trap.
Cut your foot off.
There's some more fucking shit like intertwined, but like it, you know, it gets complicated. But he makes the traps and like this was all like his own doing and stuff like that. So like what like this game literally makes no sense. And they even in the trailer they even had him talking and like it's him talking and like fucking saying some shit.
Yeah, what I
So,
want
I
to
don't
know
know.
is
That
how are
game's
they
dumb.
what how does because it's one of those asymmetrical multiplayer games, right? Like we know it is. Like how is that even going to work? Because even if it was Jigsaw, it still doesn't make sense.
It actually is probably going to be an interesting twist on the format. So, Steam says, it's 3v1 multiplayer horror game where the three accused must work together to escape a maze of traps while one judge orchestrates their rehabilitation. So, it actually kind of sounds interesting.
It's gonna be some fucking D&D shit where it's like the three players have entered the room. What do you want to do to them? And then you get to pick some option out of like a list of options. Like, one of you has to like cut the other dude's leg off or something, and then it gives that guy a debuff for the rest of the match.
I want to play a game, Rise as the Judge. Shaped by their experiences in the Great War, the judge is dedicated to rehabilitating humanity through pain and sacrifice. Customize your approach with perks and traps, then seek to control the match from the shadows. Unlike other asymmetrical multiplayer games, the judge is physically vulnerable and cannot overpower the accused through sheer force alone. Build your strategy around your character's distinct advantages, such as exclusive access to hidden corridors, plus a noise detection map, hallucinogenic gas and paralyzing toxins that distract and immobilize the accused, an accomplice that can be summoned to drag the accused into rehab traps.
I don't know. Of all the games I've played like that, being I've only played Dead by Daylight and the Evil Dead one, shit sounds stupid.
Yeah, the spin sounds interesting, but the game itself sounds dumb, in my opinion. If that makes sense.
They're trying to reinvent the wheel, but the wheel's already invented.
Yeah, and they're shaping it like a fucking rhombus. So like,
speaking of wheels, did you know that Mythbusters tested a square wheel? And square wheels actually are goated.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
I bet it's good for Jeeps.
Probably. It was like hard to like get it to move at first, but once it was moving, it was like taking less fuel or something to keep it going or some shit. I don't remember. It's been like at least a decade since I watched that episode.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess let's end the episode with some 007 First Light. Well, I mean, not quite end. You know,
we're ending right now. I'm hitting end. It's already been an hour and 54 minutes.
So 007 First Light launched on May 27th.
Damn, that was like a month
It
ago.
has crossed, yeah, sure. It has crossed 3 million copies sold in less than 2 weeks, which is pretty sick. That means it has generated $150 million in revenue globally.
Oh yeah. The
It has been
devs actually
acclaimed
stated.
critically.
Yeah, the devs actually said that it's overselling what they projected.
Which is cool since
That
it's
is
like
cool.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Like they're only gonna sell more. So that's cool. I mean I like IO. Hitman's cool. They kind of fucking it's kind of a crazy story if you know like what happened. They used to be owned by what is it? Eidos Montreal or whatever.
Yeah.
And they broke away and like kind of like self-funded the studio. And I think so in breaking away, I think they purchased the rights to Hitman and they released the first Hitman game. And it was an episodic format, which is weird. So like each map came out like once a month or once a week.
Yeah.
I think it was or like every 2 weeks, something like that. I think it was once a month though. There was like a good little bit of time in between each like episode. But it was a really weird format. And like in theory it shouldn't have worked and everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Like the game, not necessarily like the release format, but they loved the game.
Well, I think they did some interesting things with the release format, and even after they finished the game, they kept having like limited time events. It was like a live service basically. And they had like limited time events. Like they had an Eminem level where you had to kill Slim Shady. And you can't play that anymore. Like it's gone. If you missed it, you missed it. And that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. So I don't know. I'm it's interesting because like that if that first Hitman game had not sold well, then obviously like this 007 game wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of interesting to see. So they had started working on 007 First Light before Amazon had purchased the rights. And Amazon did state that Amazon MGM is going to be handling the future sequels most likely, which I wonder if they'll still let IO do it with how successful this has been. But I could also see them being fucking stingy little bitches and being like, well, let's just cut you out altogether and we'll do it ourselves. Because that always goes well.
Yeah, true. I will say, Daniel, having played Hitman and First Light, said First Light was just like Hitman, but worse. And he did not really elaborate. I think he was speaking strictly about the gameplay. And when I was watching him play it, it did look eerily similar to Hitman. Like you could just tell me that was Agent 47, I would believe you. And the trailers don't make it look like it plays like that at all. Personally, I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm.
Well,
what would an Amazon 007 look like? Because as long as it looked like IO's version, or if it looked more like a Uncharted, that could be okay. Wasn't that Indiana Jones game? Like, didn't that do okay? It could look like that too, I guess.
I don't want it to be first person.
Was that Indiana Jones game first person? It was?
The one that just came out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like within like the last like year or two.
It was first person?
Ugh.
It did well.
Yeah, that's why I haven't
sure.
wanted to get that. It did. Yeah, people like it.
I guess it didn't just come out. It came out like a while ago, right?
Like a year or two ago.
I think it was like a year. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyways.
So yeah, that kind of sucks. This game has done really well. I did buy it. I just haven't started it yet. I was thinking about bringing the PS5 to the hotel this coming week, but I have shit to where I'm in town Monday and Tuesday. So I'm not actually going to the hotel till Wednesday. And I feel like lugging my PS5 up there for Wednesday night and Thursday night's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna bring it until next week, I think. And I don't want to play 007 on the hotel TV because like they are smart TVs, but they're pretty shitty.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait.
I wouldn't want my first experience playing a game to be on a fucking hotel TV anyway. Now, if you're like replaying Skyrim or something, like sure, dude, hotel TV. But like,
or like playing like Switch shit, like I don't care.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I'm kind of holding off on playing 007. I might start it tomorrow. When I go to play some shit. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But let's hope Amazon either lets IO keep handling it, or let's hope if they just do decide they're gonna take matters into their own hands, that they don't fucking fumble the bag like I know they will.
Yeah, hopefully it was successful enough that IO can just buy the IP from them.
I don't think that would happen.
I don't think it would either.
Let's see. Because they just bought 007 recently.
Yeah. $1 billion.
20 million.
What?
Okay, they paid an initial 20 million. But
they paid $1 billion for the 007 IP. From the Broccoli family, they purchased it.
Yeah, because so that gets weird though, because that's like stock options and future profit sharing. So
yeah,
like all the money transferring all together, it was like 1 billion, but Amazon had to pay 20 million initially, like 20 million cash, I guess, to start the process. So I do not think IO has that kind of money.
No, probably not.
So rip them.
I wish I had some successful IP I could sell for $1 billion, dude.
Start making shit.
Do you know how much fucking money $1 billion is? That's crazy.
It's more than $10. I know that.
No,
right,
it's only $9.
Let's go over Croomblay.
I don't want to talk about no fucking cookies. Did you go this week? I didn't.
No, I did not.
None of that shit looked
really bad about
to me,
going.
by the way. Oh, we didn't have pictures last week, so here's the pictures. We got the Tres Leches fruity cereal milk cake or whatever the fuck, blueberry pancake, sea salt cookie, French toast cookie, chocolate chip cookie, pink donut cookie, frosted strawberry cookie, featuring Pop-Tarts. All that shit was ass.
Well, I wanted the sea salt cookie. However, I got kind of scared because numerous times I saw people say that they had strawberry filling in their cookie, which is in the people.
In the
Evidently,
Pop-Tarts
a lot
cookie?
of people have been fucking up the filling. Yeah, a lot of people were complaining on Reddit about that.
Did they look
which
the same
is really
before they
fucking
go
weird.
in the cookie? Dude, could you imagine expecting a hazelnut spread of Nutella and you bite in and it's fucking strawberry?
I'd be terrified because like just that stark difference, that would be terrifying.
Strawberry is like kind of like tart and like sour, and Nutella's like savory almost. They're both sweet, but like.
And so the inverse also was happening. So like Nutella was popping up in.
That actually would probably be a better cookie, honestly.
Cookie.
No, fuck that. That would actually be okay. That would be okay. The strawberry and the fucking sea salt cookie would be a fucking travesty.
Yeah.
Is there a way to show? Okay, I guess I have to do it ghetto style. All right. Anyways,
Ghetto style's crazy.
yeah. This coming week we've got the Dubai style cheesecake, and then for some reason there's these flags. I don't know what are these flags represent something, but it's the North American cookies. We got Canada's cookie, the Nanaimo bar cookie. I don't know what the fuck. The only thing I've ever had from Canada, other than fucking what's that shit called? I want to say poutine, but that's not right. But it's like it sounds like that. Poutine. It's like
fries.
cheese curds, yeah, and French fries, yeah. But it's not poutine or whatever, you know. But like very similar,
poutine.
yeah. Then there's the Mexican tangy mango. Dude, I was gonna read it as tangy mangy, but it's tangy mango cookie featuring Tajin. Exactly. Tahine. And then we've got the American brownie sundae cookie. I don't know, like, are these supposed to be like, dude, the Mexican one
special
looks
cookies
Mexican.
in those particular regions, I guess.
Yeah, or like, so my first question is, if you live in Canada, Mexico, or the USA, is that the cookie you get, or is it all three cookies are available? No matter where you live.
Well, so originally I was thinking it would only be in the respective region, but that would technically mean the lineup is shorter.
Yeah.
So I guess they actually all are available.
They're like North America camaraderie cookies or something. Here, try these desserts from these other places. I think the starkest contrast is going to be Canada to Mexico, because the American cookie to the Canada cookie, those almost look like the same cookie, but one has sprinkles on it.
Yeah, they really fucking do. That's fucking hilarious.
And then technically the Mexican cookie looks really similar too. It just has fucking pizza sauce on it instead of fucking chocolate sauce. And the cookie's not as
That's
brown.
Disgusting. Stop talking.
It looks like chamoy, by the way, not tahine.
Let's talk about the fact that they are already hopping on the dot cake trend. That is a really quick turnaround.
Do you know how much I hate dot cakes?
Evidently a lot.
Do you know what a dot cake is?
If it's referring to the trend, it's you fucking make some cake, but you fucking scoop it out with like a cup, and then you refrost it, and then fucking sprinkle the fuck out of it.
Yeah, you sprinkle the fuck out of it. A lot of people are putting the sprinkles in the actual cake in the batter. Which actually,
I'm okay with
that's the only confetti cake is the only acceptable use of sprinkles. However, putting sprinkles on the top is, I can't stand sprinkles. And look at this shit.
It's a million sprinkles.
It's just sprinkles, dog. That shit's, dude. They did get on that trend pretty quick. They've been missing some of the other trends by like a long shot. So like, it's kind of nice to see that they,
you know probably why, because they've been Dubai was huge for them and they were really late to it. So I bet they're trying to fucking capture lightning in a bottle, but better this time. And that's probably why they're hopping on it in case it pops off like Dubai.
I don't think it will though, because dot cakes are fucking stupid in the first place. Even if I didn't hate sprinkles more than anything else in the entire universe, I still think dot cakes are fucking retarded.
Yeah,
like nothing about them is
we actually got the
stuff
fun to make some dot cakes. We just have not made them yet.
Hell yeah, you're better off making a steak or something. Oh, speaking of steaks, we were at Sam's Club and they had a really good deal on steaks, and it was like 4 good like size steaks, and it was like $46 or something. And I was like, dude, we should get some steaks. And Abby was like, I don't want steak. And then I looked at Aaron and he's like, oh, He's like, I'll probably eat one, but I won't eat more than one. And he's like, I might not even be able to finish one because they were pretty big. They were each like, they were probably like, I don't know, at least 8-ounce steaks, but they were probably heavier than that. I didn't read the actual weight, so I couldn't tell you. And I don't buy steaks often enough to eyeball the weight that well. And I don't even, I think they were New York. No, they weren't New York. They look like New York, but they're like the slightly bigger ones. I don't know what those are called. Just like generic steak. Like you go to a steak restaurant and you order a steak and it's not an eye of round and it's not a rib eye. It's the like quintessential steak.
Sirloin?
Yeah.
New York strip?
No, it wasn't a New York strip. It was the one bigger than that. Probably sirloin. I guess.
Yeah, probably sirloin then.
Yeah. But they were a good price. And I was like, oh, dude, I can make steaks. But the kids were like, no. And I was like, well, I'm not going to buy 4 steaks for myself. So no steak. Good price, though.
That's fair.
Last time I bought a steak, though, I cooked it on a burner. I have an electric stove. Last time I bought a steak, I cooked it on a burner I'm not familiar with, and I fucking ruined it. So that kind of pissed me off. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't bought a steak since because that made me angry because it was like a perfect steak and then I overcooked it.
That's fair.
Yeah. Blue raspberry sports drink cookie.
Shout out Powerade.
Dude, it's like such a weird. The name of the cookie is just atrocious. Blue raspberry on a chocolate cookie does not sound fantastic to me.
Yeah, it does sound weird.
Blue raspberry on like their vanilla, like their sugar cookie, the almond one, that sounds fine. I don't know. That cookie's probably actually good, but like I'm not seeing the vision, you know?
Yeah.
It's aesthetically pleasing to look at, though. It's got contrast and all sorts of shit. I'm sure if I go get that, it won't look anything like that at all. It's got like a cool yin yang thing going on. Mine's just going to be like a straight line across.
Yeah, basically.
Or it's going to be all blue or something, dude. It's going to be so stupid. And then the final cookie for the week, we got the ultimate peanut butter cookie, which this cookie is good. I like this one. It has peanut butter inside, by the way. Dude, could you imagine getting that and it's fucking strawberry?
Oh my god, I'd fucking kill someone, I think.
That would be okay, actually. Like some strawberry filling with some peanut butter. It's like a peanut butter. It's like a PB&J.
Yeah.
How did they fuck the filling up? Don't they make the cookies in the store? Like those don't come frozen, do they? They like.
No, they make them in house. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe the filling just looks similar enough.
I imagine strawberry filling is red though. And then Nutella is not red, it's brown. Yikes.
Let me see if I can find any of the comment. Yeah. Someone was like some sort of jelly in my sea salt cookie with Nutella.
Perfect, dude. Yeah,
literally right there on their fucking.
You take a bite of the peanut butter cookie, it's just fucking dot cake. It's just fucking sprinkles and shit, dude. Also, starting next week through June 18th, they will have FIFA themed boxes. And the Dubai cheesecake will have soccer ball toppers. Yay! So
that makes so much more sense.
Why they have the country cookies? Yeah, it does. I guess I should have read that beforehand.
Yeah.
Rip.
That's okay.
No, it's not okay. We're gonna have to refilm the entire podcast now. I'm gonna cut it right now and we're gonna refilm from the beginning.
Oh, okay. So the cookies look the same before decorating. That makes more sense. So basically you got fucking cookies coming out. They look the exact same and you're like, shit. Was this Nutella or was this Pop-Tart? And so you just fucking make it however, I guess.
Oh, why wouldn't you just break one open and be like, oh, this is this batch? You forget
I
what
bet they do
cookies you
some
put in the
fucking
oven?
stupid shit. No, I bet they. Well, maybe, but I bet they do some stupid shit. Like fucking, they cook. Like they don't do it per type per oven or whatever. I bet it's like a big ass tray, and it's like a mixture. And so they just don't fucking know.
That sounds crazy. Their ovens aren't that big. I don't think they can make more than like 6 cookies at a time or something. Per oven or per tray, I should say.
Yeah, I've never really like looked, so I can usually only see people making cookies. I can't really see their ovens when I go in.
Oh,
But I
okay.
always go just to the pickup counter because I never order in store. I only ever order online and pick them up.
So
So
I'm
from
not
the
saying the
order
oven
point, you can
necessarily.
probably
I
see.
think I'm saying the actual like tray that they take the cookies over to the like refrigerator or warm keeper things. Those trays only fit like 6 cookies, so maybe you're right. Maybe the ovens are huge.
Yeah.
I don't know, but let's talk about some free games.
Yeah, let's talk about some free games. So, Rogue Waters and Songs of the Conquest are free now until
Who?
June 11th.
Oh, cool. Goose.
And then
Get those games. Those both look like Goose games. They're both like tactics games. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. And then the Ouroboros King and Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks are free from June 11th until June 18th.
You know, I just realized if someone stopped me on the street and said, name a Warhammer 40K game right now, or I'm going to kill you, I would die.
Same.
And there's like 30 of those fucking things, and I couldn't name a single one.
Same. There's Warhammer Vermintide. I could probably name that and not die.
No, see, you know one. There was one that had like a collaboration with StarCraft, but I don't know what it was called. I think it was StarCraft anyway.
It's probably called Warhammer Clapcraft or something like
Exactly. Is that a wrap?
That is a wrap.
Hell yeah.
I need to go to sleep.
No, you don't. You gotta stay awake for the next 25 hours. I don't know. I said hours that way, but
hours.
That's our life now. Yeah.
Have you tried the Sprite Berry Blast from Macca's yet?
Nar. I don't think I fuck with dirty soda or whatever it's called.
So I hear you. Give that a shot, and then you can be done though. If you don't like that.
Which one?
So dirty soda's been a.
What color is
Sprite
it?
Berry Blast. Blue.
It's blue. Okay. Maybe I'll try it. The kids keep asking to go try those, so maybe I'll make an outing and we can all fucking go try one.
Yeah, you should at least try that, and then you can be done with the dirty soda. I will say, so be careful. They're not supposed to give you a straw, and I've went to 2 different McDonald's, and both time actually 3 different McDonald's, and all 3 of them have given me a straw with that. So there's some weird thing with like the carbonation and the syrup and the cold foam that if you put a straw in it, it fucking it makes like the cold foam explode.
Hell yeah.
Today, I actually had the cold foam explode anyways without a straw in it. So Brooke wanted Bojangles, and we were getting food from Bojangles, but I wanted one of the Sprite Berry Blasts. So there's a Bojangles right beside the McDonald's. So I got my drink, and then I went over to Bojangles. And as I'm waiting to get like the food, I like look over at my drink, and like I had brushed my teeth before leaving, so I was like waiting to drink it. Normally, I always take a sip as soon as I get it. But this time I didn't. And so I look over at it, and it's like a fucking volcano, and it's like just like,
oh
like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, fucking
Science
jizzing out.
Oh yeah.
Getting all over like the drink holder in my car. I was like, brother, come the fuck on. So that was lame. So if you do get it, take a sip immediately. but these are, at least that one. I have not tried any of the other ones. I don't care about any of the other ones. That one's really fucking good and really refreshing.
Oh yeah.
Really like it.
Creamy carbonation
but yeah,
doesn't sound amazing to me.
Honestly, it's gonna be like your first time going down on a woman.
No comment. That is episode 61 of what the fuck is this podcast called?